In this program, we're going to show you the parts and functions of the VacuMove. You'll see how to fit VacuMove to different types of lifting gear and learn about adjustment, servicing, and maintenance. The video program is divided into sections, and you will find the video program times on the back on the cassette box. We'll start by looking at the different parts of a VacuMove. The vacuum pump is the heart of the system and comes in various sizes. The air hose is divided into two parts. One part goes between the vacuum pump and the air filter, and the other goes between the air filter and the top swivel. The lifting hose with top swivel and suction head. A suction foot is fitted to the suction head. VacuMove is mounted on a crane or in an overhead crane system. Let's look more closely at the parts that come with one of our standard versions. Vacuum pump, air filter, air hose, and lifting hose complete with top swivel, suction head, and suction foot. The vacuum pump can be mounted in a wide variety of places and must only be connected by an authorized person. A motor circuit breaker should always be fitted, and the direction of rotation checked at the start of testing. Section 1 of the air hose is fitted between the pump and the air filter. Hose clamps should be used. VM 100 and 120 come with a reducing socket, which is placed inside the filter inlet. The filter inlet and outlet are marked with an arrow. The filter should be fitted where it is easy to reach. The lifting hose is fitted with the top swivel directly under the trolley in the crane system. The suction foot is fitted with 2 of 4 screws directly to the suction head. The touch bolt is fitted with the head of the bolt about 10 to 20 millimeters below the edge of the suction foot. With the back suction foot attached, the bolt's head is about 10 millimeters above the edge of the suction foot. Suspension should be adjusted so that the suction foot does not reach the floor. During assembly, you must make sure that you can move the lifting hose freely and that it does not jam or become exposed to unnecessary wear. Plan the dimensions of the lifting gear so that you can work with VacuMove over the whole handling area. Make sure, too, that the gear is horizontal and the lifting hose doesn't move laterally by its own weight. The filter has a control valve to reduce the lifting speed when handling light loads. Adjust the free height, with and without load, to ensure that the control handle is within comfortable reach. Loosen the lock nut and turn the screw carefully until the balanced position is reached. Adjust until balance occurs. Adjustment varies with different handles. VacuMove is now ready for work. There are many different ways of fitting VacuMove. The jib crane gives a flexible area of work, and it is important that the crane has a full movement pattern. Another alternative is to fit VacuMove to a crane mounted directly on a beam or wall. This is a simple solution and doesn't take up much space. If VacuMove needs a large area of work, the overhead crane system is preferable. Place the suction head above the load. Push the control handle down and attach the suction foot. Pull the handle to lift the load and move to the desired place. Push the handle carefully down and lower the load. Push the control handle to the bottom and lift. The swivel can rotate the load 360 degrees. Be careful to follow the instructions in the manual. Here are some examples. The operator must be trained in the use of VacuMove. Always use 2 hands during handling. Never exceed the maximum permitted lifting weight and only use vacuum force. The lifting hose may only be used in vertical movement. Do not lift any loads outside the load area. Never leave a load hanging in the suction foot, as it can cause the vacuum pump to overheat. VacuMove is a very function-safe product, but needs regular inspection. Check for mechanical wear on the lift and air hose. The air filter should be cleaned at regular intervals, depending on what has been lifted, and also air pollution and the size of the filter. It is important that the gasket is fitted in the right place. The swivel contains a non-return valve, which automatically closes in the event of power failure. The load sinks to the ground in a controllable manner. To ensure function, the non-return valve is tested at the same intervals as filter cleaning. Check the suction foot's rubber gasket. Here are some tips for solving problems when VacuMove does not lift. Check that the load weight does not exceed the maximum lifting capacity. Check the control valve on the filter. With our test plate, which is an optional accessory, it is possible to measure the vacuum level on different parts of the system. Here are some examples. If these measures do not help, contact your nearest dealer. VacuMove can be delivered with extra accessories. Large air filter. In areas where there is an increased level of air pollution, a larger air filter is needed. Quick release. In order to make VacuMove more flexible, you can fit a quick release between the suction head and the suction foot. Sound cover. At some workplaces, there is a need to reduce the sound level. The sound cover conceals the pump and restricts engine noise. Lift tube cover. This is used to reduce wear on the lifting hose. Remote control for starting and stopping the vacuum pump. Angle adapter. On certain applications, there is an angle adapter which facilitates work. Bottom swivel. The difference between the top swivel and the bottom swivel is that the suction foot and the load can be rotated while remaining independent of the suction head and handle. VacuMove. Innovation, not imitation.